Oh, you've done it now, Johnny.
Welcome to the Breakdown with Jay and Nell, where we'll discuss all of your NFL and NBA news.
Tap in if you want to get to the breakdown.
Welcome to the Breakdown with Jay and Nell. I'm Jay.
And I'm L.
And today, guys, we're going to talk to you guys about some news that happened in the NFL this week. But before we get started, how's your week, L?
Man, my week was good, man. I can't complain. Out of work. That's about it, man. Can't complain. Out of work. Ready for Easter. Yeah.
Got any plans for Easter?
I was going to be going to work.
Oh.
That's about it.
My week was good. Just worked. Spent time with the family. Getting ready for Easter as well. Pretty much, we got our outfits together. Go to church on Sunday morning. Then go to the family's house and eat. Spend time with family. But that's pretty much it. That's all I have planned.
So, you got a good day ahead of you.
Yep. Hopefully I don't get the itis and fall asleep.
It's coming. If you go where I think you're going, it don't come. It's coming. You gonna pull with me?
All right.
I don't want to get up right now.
All right, let's get into these news. First up, we're gonna talk about Kirk Cousins. He signed with the Las Vegas Raiders yesterday. Oh, by the way, today is Friday, April 3rd. I can't believe we're in the month of April already.
Man, these months are flying by.
Yeah, they are. But Kirk Cousins signed with the Raiders yesterday. It's been projected as a 5-year, $172 million contract. But really, they say it's really a 1-year deal worth $20 million. I don't know how they structure these contracts, but anyway, what are your thoughts about the Raiders signing Kirk Cousins?
Why? You should have just kept Geno Smith. You just kept Geno Smith and still drafted Mendoza and kept it moving. But on another note, Kirk Cousins has been given the bag for many, many, many moves. Like, he don't finesse the hell out the NFL. He ain't played really good since Minnesota. But you know what? You like that? Yeah, they're not liking that.
Yeah, whoever is his agent, they deserve a raise because this man just stays getting money from these teams. But I think it was a good move by the Raiders. Clint Kobe already came out and said that. I mean, you could start Mendoza, but he said he's not going to rush him, which I think is smart. I feel like a lot of quarterbacks that are being drafted in the first round, sometimes they get thrown into the fire too early, and um, it just hurts their development. Like, they don't really have a chance to develop because they're pressed to exceed expectations early.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's a smart approach. Kirk Cousins has chemistry with the head coach and Clint Kubiak. They both were in Minnesota together. I believe when Kubiak was the offensive coordinator or quarterbacks coach in Minnesota, so he has familiarity with the system, and I think he's like the perfect backup quarterback and veteran quarterback for Fernando Mendoza to learn from.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, think short term and not long term.
My bad. That's probably how I was thinking. Okay. You could have
Alright,
did a
well,
3-year deal.
you said what?
You could have did a 3-year deal then.
Yeah, but I
3-year
don't
deal.
know. You said what?
You could have did a 3-year deal and kept them the last 2 years.
Yeah.
You only
Honestly,
need
like
them
I
for
said,
developmental reasons only wise. So you only need them for like 2 or 3 years.
yeah, I think those additional years in the contract are like they're not guaranteed. They
Oh,
void years. Yeah.
team options.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
basically.
Okay. I was speaking of his contract though. I was looking at some where they broke it down and they were like, Atlanta's playing majority of the money though. I think out there
Yeah,
Atlanta's
they
playing like
still
the money.
they owe him some money. That's what I'm saying. He's getting paid, like he's winning either way, like he's getting his money. Um Next up we're gonna talk about is the NFL are gonna launch a flag football league. How do you feel about that?
Why? For what? Are you gonna have one station in every city? Cause that was what you would have to do. You'd have to station. You might well just keep doing what you're doing and go into a partnership with the UFL because you're still grabbing certain players from out that pool. Think about it, Brandon Aiyuk, Turpin. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you still got certain players that are transitioning into the NFL. If you really want to do that, you might well just partner with the UFL and keep doing it like that.
Yeah.
Then
Um
if they do that, that takes away the practice squad.
True. That is a good point. Um, Honestly, I don't know how it's gonna play out. They just said that they're working on it. They're preparing for it. Don't know how it's gonna be designed, but I kind of like the idea. I think it'll be a good opportunity, like you said, maybe for those UFL players or retired NFL players to continue playing football. It'll be less wear and tear on the body, of course, because it's flag. So maybe more players will be open to joining the league. Now we don't know how much these players going to get paid for it or anything like that. Much the money gonna go towards like charities or foundations? Don't know, but I like it. I think it's a good idea. Um, we all know that in 2028, when Olympics are being held in Los Angeles, it's gonna be a flag football team for the Olympic team that year. So they'll maybe they'll start the league around that time, maybe. But I think it's a good idea. I like it. And there's a few players, former NFL players that are helping with that, like Peyton Manning, Joe Montana, Steve Young, Larry Fitzgerald, Tom Brady, Eli Manning, just to name a few.
I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out though.
Yep. And I wish they'll take outsiders. I sign up for
Heck yeah.
it.
I'm old, but I do some.
All right. Next thing we're going to discuss is the NFL rule changes. Um, NFL owners they had the annual meeting this week. In Arizona, a few rule changes that have been approved. The first rule is offside kick. So now teams can now attempt an offside kick at any point during the game. This season, you can only do it. You could have only attempted it in the fourth quarter. Now it seems like they're going back to the old rule where you could just offside kick anytime.
That's gonna be wild. Somebody's going to do an onside kick at the start of the game. Nobody gonna do it.
Yeah,
Well, oh, onside kick.
I feel like
What?
yeah.
Kickoff. Onside kick. Where are in the for? Ain't nobody touch the ball. We're going for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot more risks taken. The next rule is the kickoff alignment. Teams now must have 5 players within their front foot on their restraining line. So your special teams, kickoffs, punts, um, that's the requirement now. I don't know too much about that rule. I'll probably have to dig deeper into that one. Um, and the next one we have is out of bounds kickoff. So if the kickoff goes out of bounds, the ball be placed at the 20-yard line instead of the 25-yard line.
What's the difference? It's only 5 more yards. What? Or 5 extra
Yeah,
yards? What's the difference?
yeah,
You just kept it that. You just kept it regular. What's the point of it?
yeah. And the last rule, this probably hit home for a lot of people, but now teams are now required to employ a full-time mental health clinic.
They should have been at that. But that's good though. That's good. And it's probably needed. So as long as it works out in the best, that's all that matters.
Yeah, I really like that. Since the tragedies that we have seen happen during the season, I feel like this is good for the NFL, and they really do need this. I feel like any company should have a mental health resource center. So that's good.
I agree. Mental health is real and it's serious. And you want to help as many people as possible.
Yeah. So this has been a report. We're gonna talk about Jalen Hurts now. Jalen Hurts has been criticized by people inside the Philadelphia Eagles organization. There's a lot of news coming out saying that Jalen Hurts is uncoachable and he brings off bad body language. Um, and it's kind of crazy how this story came out with the whole. You saw how the interactions with AJ Brown went during the season. It's kind of crazy how this story is starting to come out now about Jalen Hurts. But what are your thoughts about that?
I think that that's a mental Milwaukee, honestly. Like it's not I don't think it's true because if that was the case, that bill would have came out. This ain't nothing new. I've been around the man for years. None of this is new. And the man helped guide y'all to a Super Bowl. Come on now. Like, now you want to bash him unnecessarily? Even if that is the case that he's quote unquote uncoachable. He can't be too uncoachable. Y'all want a Super Bowl with him. So, and y'all paid him all that money. So, hey, if you like it, I love it.
Yeah, um, I feel like yeah, this is crazy. For one, if you felt this deeply about him, then you would have signed him to his contract. Um, yeah, like you said, like it's crazy how all this stuff's starting to come out now, which is weird. But this is something to monitor moving forward. It looks like AJ Brown, and the Eagles are going to go through a divorce. So, um, I I don't know. I don't understand the whole criticism with Jalen Hurts. I know you could criticize him as a football player, but as a human being, I feel like he's one of the model citizens of the NFL. You don't hear his name in any type of scandals. Um,
Yeah.
he does things for the community. He has a children's book out. Like I think they're just trying to paint a narrative about him that's probably not true. So, but
And what
we'll see.
Philadelphia Eagle fans gonna run with it. They're gonna be like, see, I told you he wasn't no good quarterback. I don't know why we got him in the beginning. What?
Yeah, you're probably right. All right, this next topic we'll talk about is Puka Nakua. This is a weird story, but last week Puka Nakua got charged with assault and uh saying some anti-Semitic remarks to a woman, and even biting a woman on the shoulder. This happened back in December last year. Actually New Year's Eve. He was at a party with this woman, and she claimed these accusations against him, and is taking him to court for it. But now Puga has came out and said he entered rehab, so he's in rehab now. But what are your thoughts about this?
That's a weird case. Um, I really don't know how to combat it. Weird. I don't see why he would do that. What good did it do? I'm pretty sure I could see why she would want to do it because he's a millionaire. But that's just a weird case, man. Not enough information to really give a judgment.
Yeah, um, it's a very weird story. Like I said, like I don't know what would make you want to bite anybody. Period. Like we're not animals, so it's like why would you bite someone? Like somebody should make you that mad that you have to bite them. So, and the remarks thing, you have to be more respectful of people and their beliefs and their religion. You can disagree with that person's whatever y'all discussing, their statement or whatever they said towards you, but you don't attack their beliefs and their religion. So I'm not the one to judge. If that's your religion, that's your religion. If that's what you believe in, that's what you believe in. And I leave it at that. I'm not gonna go off on a big rant. I'm not gonna call you out your name. But
Yeah.
hope Puka is doing well. And yeah, you gotta clean this up because you're a rising star in this league and you don't want your career to end early. So it's good that you're taking care of yourself.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Next we're gonna move over to is the Niners possibly trading Brandon Aiyuk. What are your thoughts about the Niners and the Brandon Aiyuk situation?
About time. Should have been there at that, but about time. I don't think he's gonna get picked up, honestly, just due to he got lack of film on the shelf, and it looks bad when they go back and review everything. Like whoever would potentially pick him up, it looks bad. You know what I mean? Like it looks bad if you speeding through the area or down a side street or whatever the case may be, going over 100 miles an hour. I don't look right. And bro, you left to like training camp. I mean, you played a game or two and left, so there's nothing on you.
Yeah. Um, this is a crazy situation as well. And they've been trying to. This has been going on for probably like a year almost, if not close to a year. But I think it's going to get resolved sometime probably before training camp or maybe even during the draft. But I think it's smart that they decided to hold on to him and try to see if you can get something back from him instead of releasing him and you get nothing for him. So I feel like it's smart that they're trying to uh, explore a trade for him. I don't know if they're going to get a trade for him or not, but it don't hurt to try. And he hasn't played football. He hasn't played um, in football in over a year. So whoever trades for him, he needs to prove to them that he's fully healthy, that he's ready to go. And also, you're taking on a risk because he hasn't really been communicating with the team like that. He didn't attend none of the off-season programs this past season. So we gotta see where his head is at before you bring him into your building. So whoever trades for him, they're going to be taking on a massive risk.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly. And it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. All right. Another situation that's going on in the NFL. Let's talk about the NFL replacing the referees. So for you guys that don't know at home, the current NFL is collecting bargaining agreement with the Referees Association. It ends on May 31st. So they're negotiating on a new CBA for referees. The average NFL official earned 3,850,000. I mean, 800, $385,000 this past season. So refs feel like they should be paid more. NFL is giving them they having disagreements with that. But the NFL they have a plan. They're right now conducting training for referees. Uh, right now they have 150 to 180 replacements, with April 5th being the deadline to submit an application. Right now they're targeting retired college officials and officials from lower division pro leagues, and they're offering up to 120,000 for training. Then they implemented a new replay rule. They're allowing the command center to fix clear and obvious mistakes and consult on ejections to support replacement officials. So the guys in the booth that are working with the replay, they are also going to be involved in making those decisions. I mean, the last time there was a use of replacement refs was in 2012, and yeah, a lot went on that year. But anyway, what are your thoughts about that?
I don't think it's going to end well for them. I know what they're trying to do, but you got to realize even the quote unquote replacement rep that you get, they're still going to make mistakes. They're human. So something's not going to get called right either way you split it. You might well go ahead and keep who you got and keep it pushing.
Yeah. Um, this is a crazy situation. Uh, a potential lockout with the referees. That's crazy.
Wild.
I think I think it's gonna cause problems because you're gonna have officials coming in that don't have experience on calling NFL games. And right now the referees are already heavily criticized as it is. It's just gonna make things worse when they make a call and us fans don't like the call, disagree with it. Or even the players and the coaches disagree with the call being made. It's just gonna be a bad look for the NFL as a whole. and can't really can't really blame the referees that much because it's the NFL that's not paying them how they're supposed to be paid, and you're gonna have inexperienced referees calling these NFL games.
Yeah, I agree. Like, pay the money. Why are you afraid to pay the money? You gonna make it back. Just pay it. And not
Yeah,
like
for
you hurt
real.
money.
Yep. All right. That's enough with well, we have one controversial topic to talk about, but mostly it's just gonna be general conversation. Let's move over to Miles Garrett. A lot of people are hinting that Miles Garrett may be traded just because the Cleveland Browns restructured his contract. They restructured in a way that it'll be easy for them to trade him if they want to trade him. But do you think Miles Garrett is going to get traded, or do you believe the Browns should trade Miles Garrett?
No, they're not gonna trade him. Why? Because he is their money getter. And what I mean by that is like they go to the game to see Myles Garrett sack a quarterback. He is the Cleveland Browns. Yes, they got Shador, but on the defensive side, he the quarterback. They go through him.
I think they should trade him, just because you're not a contending team. You're more on rebuilding than being a playoff contender. We can't even figure out the quarterback situation, right? So you're nowhere near contending status, and I feel like you still have a few more things you could add to this team. So, and Miles Garrett, he's at his prime right now. He's 30 years old. This is like if you do a trade now, this is the best time to do it, where he still holds value. You could probably get you a pair of first round picks and possibly more from Miles Garrett if you were to trade him. So I think they should explore trades. Um, Honestly, I think Miles Garrett should push for a trade as well because he does have a no trade clause in his contract. So he literally gets to decide if he wants to be traded or not. So I think for him, I think he should push for it. Try to see if you can get you a ring or at least get onto a team that makes the playoffs every year or something like that. But you're wasting your prime years with a Cleveland Browns team that's nowhere near contending. So I think the Browns should explore Myles Garrett's trade, and I also think Myles Garrett should push for a trade as well.
Yeah, understandable. Very much so. Definitely understandable. I feel you on that one. Makes
Yep.
sense.
All right, we have a couple of more things to discuss, and then we'll be done. Next we have is George Pickens. Brian Schottenheimer spoke with NFL Network this week, and they was asking about George Pickens and do you believe he's going to show up for the offseason program? And he was like, he doesn't know. He's unsure. He doesn't think that Jordan Pickens is going to attend the offseason program. Jerry Jones came out and said that he doesn't mind George Pickens playing on the franchise tag and that they're all working on a long term deal. But do you think George Pickens is going to skip offseason program? And do you feel like they're going to come up with a contract for George Pickens?
Yes, they are gonna come up with a long term contract. And if he doesn't necessarily come for off season off season workouts, it may hurt him in the long run. So you don't want to be detrimental to the team
Yeah. Um, I think he's gonna end up playing on the franchise tag. I feel like it's gonna be ugly this off season. He's gonna skip the programs. He's not gonna show up. Um, and then I think it's gonna come down to a stalemate. It'll probably be similar to the Michael Parsons situation, but he's either gonna play on the tag or he gonna force the Cowboys to trade him. So um I'll it's probably not gonna end well either way. Cowboys fans probably be disappointed because he's playing on the tag. We're like, oh, we got to go through this again next year, and then if it ends up in a trade, I just don't know what's gonna happen. Like the internet's gonna break. Cowboys fans probably gonna riot, but yeah, I don't see it ending well for at least for us for Cowboys fans.
It's okay. Y'all got time to jump ship. Go ahead and get out there. It's like the Titanic. It's going down.
And I don't want to be no confusion. I want them to sign them long term. I just know how the Cowboys front office is.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. And we all do.
Apparently, some people don't.
I don't know why they don't.
Jerry would tell us to tell fans to jump off a cliff, and some of them probably will do
That is true. You said how high?
it. All right. Next up we have is another international game has been released. Dallas Cowboys versus Baltimore Ravens looks like to be the matchup for Rio. For the game to be playing Rio de Janeiro. This is the first NFL game being played in Rio. The game is scheduled for week 3 of the season. The last time Cowboys played outside the U.S. was 2014, and the last time the Ravens played outside the U.S. was 2023. But what are your thoughts about this being the scheduled game for Rio?
Good. Like you want a broader audience. So that's what you're gonna do. If you're just totally based in America, you don't get American sports. They want fans all over.
Yeah,
So, hey, they're doing their job. They're doing exactly what we all thought they were gonna do and what they've been doing for many moons. If you go back, think about it. When you played Madden many moons ago, we had the EuroLeague teams on there. So
yep,
they're doing it for a reason.
yep. I think this is a good matchup. It can't get any better than this. Yeah, Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, got Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, hopefully George Pickens, and new look defense under our new defense coordinator. This is going to be a great matchup. I expect the ratings to be high for this one.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna be a high game.
All right. The last thing we're going to discuss is Stephon Gilmore. He announced his retirement yesterday after 13 seasons in the NFL. But what are your thoughts about that?
It's about time. Go home and enjoy your family. Like enjoy the fruits of your labor. You're older, bro. It's only so much. Eventually, you're gonna lose a step. If you ain't already lost one, you're gonna lose two more. And you don't want to be embarrassed. You already a lockdown corner. Did you have a ring already?
Yeah, he won a ring with the Patriots in 2019.
Okay, you got your Super Bowl ring. You got your Defensive Player of the Year. You got I don't know how many picks and everything like that, and tackles and all like that. And you're able to speak, man. Go enjoy your time.
Yeah. Uh, I'm glad he had a great career, and I enjoyed watching him. play. I'm glad he was able to play at least a season with my Cowboys. Uh, but yeah, he got a ring. He won Defensive Player of the Year in 2019. I won a ring with the Patriots in 2018. Uh, he he spent some time with Buffalo and New England, but after that, he kind of bounced around. Spent the season with the Panthers, Colts, Cowboys, and last team played with was the Vikings in 2024. But yeah, I think he had a great career, maybe a potential Hall of Famer, but he's gonna go down as one of the best in the world.
I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
All right, that's all we have for you guys. Is there anything you want to add?
Thank you guys for your continued support. We love y'all. We support y'all. Just like y'all support us. Follow us on all of our social media. That's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And we'll be back with y'all with this fine content. Yes, sir.
Yeah, y'all keep supporting us. Draft is right around the corner, so don't worry. We're gonna be drafting. We're gonna be dropping draft content for you guys soon, and we'll see y'all in the next one. Y'all be safe, be blessed.
Okay.